Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has. Hello, hello. I'm new. Do you like me?
But I'll keep drinking mead until I become one.
Oh, he likes me. You do that, Stenner. You were right to do that. Hello, folks. Welcome back to. Oh,
my most prized possession has gone missing, and I fear that without help, I'll never get it back. I normally wouldn't approach a stranger like this, but, well, I'm at the end of my tether. I could really use some help. Could I hire you? I could pay you handsomely.
What do you want? Yeah, okay. I'll help you. I'll do everything at the moment. We do everything in a new
town. By all
town.
accounts, the thief fled to the northeast of Bruma. I suspect they're holed up in Frozen Grotto. If you are able to retrieve my heirloom for me, I'll be forever in your debt.
Great. Plenty of quests going on here. Plenty of stuff to get involved with. Ruchia Jukane. Right, before talking to random people as I go around, because that could take forever and it'd be a little bit boring just clicking on every NPC, I'm very interested in this grand cathedral. Let's go and have a look at this. Let's have a look at the might of the Empire compared to Skyrim.
The Chapel of St. Martin does not violate the
Dark Elves.
Good morning.
Dark Elves? High Elves.
It violates the spirit of the White Gold Concordat. I must urge you to cease and desist at once.
Oh? What is the spirit of the White Gold Concordat?
The spirit of the White Gold
Concordat
is that men are not and can never be gods. Just as Tiber Septim is not a god, nor is Martin Septim.
But what does the Concordat actually
Stranger,
say?
have you seen my dad?
The Concordat forbids.
Not now, kid.
No mention of Martin Septim worship, though?
This asshole.
No, there isn't. I must consult with my superiors. Perhaps we will have to petition for a slight amendment to some...
Damnable tavern! Damnable owner! How dare he allow that lizard to engage in such a salacious...
God!
Scandalous!
What have you come down with? Ataxia?
What are you talking about?
Rock joint? I can see you're not well.
Cyrodiil, what's your problem with the restful watch? I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, Thalmor, what? Who do I insult first?
A big one such as yourself.
Zombies tend to haunt caves. Be careful if you decide to go treasure hunting.
Okay, so much information. Let's see if there's any peace and quiet in the flipping temple. Alright, so there's bloody bloody high elves sticking their noses in, telling us what we can and can't do. I think it's about time we showed them who's boss around here. And the boss is... Well, it's not me. It's definitely not me. Look at this. It's got sort of a box here. Will this cure the vampire thing? I think it may have done. Let us see. Oh, I am cured of the vampiric thing. Hello. Hello.
Greetings, stranger. Have you come to hear the gospel of St. Martin? Yes.
Yeah, go on then. All right, Martin.
Have you heard the tale of how Martin Septim ascended to sainthood? If not, perhaps that would
what
be
kind
a
of
good place
septim is
to
called
begin.
Martin? Martin, have you got any dictates for us, Martin? Tell us what to do next.
Saint
Tell
Martin
me the story.
had humble beginnings as a priest of Akatosh in the city of Kvatch. When Daedra overran the city during the Oblivion Crisis, Martin led the people to refuge in the chapel. The fabled champion of Cyrodiil came to rescue him and told him the shocking news that he was the son of the Emperor. This came as a surprise to him, but it gave him new purpose after his home was destroyed. Along with the champion and the blades, Martin designed and executed a plan to undermine the efforts of Mehrunes Dagon and his servants, Mankar Cameron and the Mythic Dawn cult. There was a great
That's a lot of names.
as the Great Gate was opened to secure an artifact of immense power for Martin's plan. Finally, the champion under Martin's guidance slew Mankar Cameron as the Imperial City came under a great Daedric siege. It appeared all was lost, but Martin shattered the Amulet of Kings in the Temple of the One, transforming into a huge, flaming avatar of Akatosh. In this form, he defeated the manifestation of Mehrunes Dagon in an epic, glorious duel. This broke the siege of the Imperial City, restored the ward between Tamriel and Oblivion, and ended the Oblivion Crisis.
I just get an idea. The guy just... and his head just explodes. What do you have for sale? After all that. Oh yeah, what do you have for a sale? I don't want to hear all that again. What is the message of the Chapel of St. Martin?
Our message is one of aspiration. The followers of St. Martin must aspire to be more than they are, to rise above their current place in the world and become something greater. In Martin's case, this meant rising from a humble priest to savior of the world. In more common cases, this could mean many different things. Rising above greed, evil, temptation, poverty. This is the power of St. Martin and his holy word.
It's good, it's good.
Restoratives.
What do you sell, mate?
The divines in Cyrodiil will never turn a blind eye to those in need.
Jade rings. He sells all kinds of rings, and this is the church at its best, isn't it? Would you like to buy some trinkets and souvenirs? Buy. Hello. Buy. Good job we've got all these little, you know, it's St. Martin, but he's got all his Daedric mates. Domica Redward. Silver pitcher. Well, that's very high ceiling. A vaulted ceiling. Very good. I likes it. Look at the stained glass window. We're like a tourist, aren't we? We just wander around looking at things. What does that say? Martin. It's Martin, but of course backwards because I inside.
I'm Ruchia of the Jucani family.
Hi, Ruchia. Tell me about the Jucani family.
A family, truth be told, though I'm sure Albekius will about how influential.
Let's see what's downstairs. I don't want the whole video to be me talking to NPCs, that's all. I'm not sure whether to risk it because the other guys saw me through the floor. Maybe we'll go to the Undercroft, and I'm still level 1. I need to kill some things. What weapons have I got again? All I've got is that flipping sword. Of course, we don't assume that there are going to be skeletons down here, but they usually are in most crypts. Oh, it's quite extensive, isn't it? Quite extensive place to explore. I've been, you know, I don't know how I know this. My character knows this. Some kind of meta knowledge of places such as this. Very nice. Scriptures. Not going to read the scriptures at the moment. I have more pressing matters. Making money in Cyrodiil is the main... Oh, look at that. It's got a gem on it. Scroll of Calm. Well, there's no one in here, so I can take that, can't I? No one's watching me. A coin purse. 36. Lovely. Lovely. It's nice. I like it. I likes it. Steal from the coffin. What's in your coffin? Ragged robes. As you would expect. And a little bit of gold buried with that one. I'm sure the family won't mind if I just take all their heirlooms. Heirlooms. Cathedral of St. Martin of the Blessed Shat. Where's that woman? We had an interlude where we went underground and looked at a thing. Look at all these supplicants. They're supplicating themselves. Celis prayers. Oh, you look like an interesting fellow.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I help you?
I'm just waiting to pray, really.
Good afternoon.
Nerimus.
Greetings, Acolyte of St. Martin.
It's him again.
What brings you back to our humble chapel?
What have you been doing here, Celis?
See you around. Hello.
Hello. Well, that was great. Oh, I've not got my boots on. I really don't keep very good track of what I'm wearing, do I? Right, let's have a look. That was interesting. That is the chapel in the land of Bruma. We have learnt about the history of more about the history of Cyrodiil. What's this place? White Pine Lodge. It requires a key, which I do not have. This looks like oh, could this be the warriors? Bruma's fighter guild. Yes. I remember it. I remember it. It's Elder Scrolls. I want to be a fighter. What do I do to be a fighter, please? I'd like to train. Can I join the Fighters Guild?
Sorry, but we're not looking for new members right now.
What?
The Dibbities branch is currently undergoing strict internal reforms.
Oh.
Check back soon, though.
Okay, strict internal reforms?
It's not something I can discuss with someone outside of the guild.
Fair enough, fair enough. Any work available? Any work
We're trying
available?
to increase public awareness, make sure people know who to come to if they want their contracts completed. But we'll need to step up our presence if that's to happen.
That's
Here,
true.
Take these posters. Put them up in prominent positions around Bruma.
Oh, cool.
Once you've got them all up,
just
return to me.
littering
I'll
with
have some fun
flyers.
waiting for you.
Okay. Nice. Let's put the adverts up. And what do you do around here, Svenja?
I lead this hall. It's my task to make sure it's up to the standards set by Master Coltinius and Champion Cyrus. It's also my responsibility to try and control Aranir and Ionala. A monumental calling, believe me.
Is that these two muppets? What about in your free time? Do those two not get along? Yeah. What about in your free
I like
time?
to train
What do you do?
myself and others in the use of two-handed weaponry. I find conditioning my body to be therapeutic. I must be strong for the time when my skills are needed the most.
That's right. Don't mess around. Don't mess around. Are these two are the two that don't get along? Ionala, Darkheart. There's plot here.
Ionala Darkheart, best archer in Bruma, and
Okay.
perhaps all of Cyrodiil.
What do you do?
I offer archery training for a price to any who wish to learn and fight for coin and glory. Other than that, what more is there to do? Other than drink some fine ale at the tavern, of course.
Ionala, Darkheart. You seem quite proud of your skill as an archer,
As I
Ionala.
should be. Archery is something of a tradition in my family. My great-grandma Etla, they say she killed a man from over 300 yards. Talk about a good shot.
Talk about, yeah. And the teachings were passed down to you,
From
eh?
one master to another.
Great. What's your opinion of this guild hall? Needs
This
doing up,
is
doesn't
the
it?
city of my ancestors. My family has been here for generations. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
She sounds like she might be from Skyrim, though, doesn't she? Definitely Nord accent. You seem quite proud of your skill. We've done that. What does it mean? I kind of know what it means, but I want to see the
Aranir
responses.
will talk your ear off about what the Fighters Guild does or doesn't mean to them. But for me, it's simple. To be in the Fighters Guild is to have a chance at true glory. One day, all of Tamriel will sing my name, and it will have all started here. The coin
Are you
paid
sure?
for each job
Are
doesn't
you
hurt
sure?
either.
What about helping the people of Cyrodiil?
That comes as part of the job. But that's what this is. A job. At the end of the day, if there wasn't a reward for contracts, then none of us would be here. Well, maybe apart from Svenja.
I think I see more eye to eye with Svenja then. That makes sense. I kind of think
Of
that
course
does
it
make
does.
sense.
Houses don't come cheap, and neither does food or mead.
She's a practical woman. I like it.
Come back and tell me of your exploits.
I have never tried to do an accent. That is kind of Skyrim, Swedish.
What is it?
I am from Skyrim. Do you like my hat?
Can I help you?
I can't really do it, can I? I am from Skyrim. Do you like my hat? No, it doesn't work. I don't think this guy's going to be much of a problem in combat, do you? First of all, he can't see, and second of all, he's made of wood. Anyone upstairs? You just sit there.
Can I help you?
Svenja Strangarm.
What is it?
What is it? I've talked to you.
Talk to you later. Good afternoon.
Let's just get her background. We're going to learn about the different philosophies here
from the other members in our hall. The Fighters Guild is here to serve those who need our help. If their coin is good enough, their fights become our fights, and we'll take our steel to their enemies. But it's more than that. I don't think I can explain it to you unless you see it for yourself. It's that look in a husband's eyes when you bring his wife back into his arms. Being able to help the people of Cyrodiil to change their lives for the better is what this is all about.
Okay, it's good you're so passionate. Thank you for sharing that with me.
I just wish my underlings shared that passion.
Well, it's a shame.
Farewell.
But we can't all be idealists. We need the pragmatists to do the idealists' bidding. That's good. That's good. I like the fact that there's a thieves. The Fighters Guild is back, and this will be the Mages Guild. Oh, how can? Oh, it's Synod. I want to put these flyers up. Put up flyers. Does it tell me exactly where to put them? Hey guys, let's just put all the flyers up in your flipping town. Littering. Let's do a quest. We have not done a quest yet, and this is a good start. Look at that. On Fighters Guild. Purpose. The Guild of the Fighters. It provides employment for fights, swords, and people. Member of the... If you want to be a guild. Look at that, mate. When you get bored.
Protect and serve.
Yeah. Go and be a fighter.
We're so close to Skyrim. I'm surprised the war hasn't spilled down.
On there as well. Everyone is going to be a fighter in this town. Nice little quest. A nice little easy quest to begin our adventure. Maybe we can make a little bit of gold. It's my first job in Cyrodiil.
I'm out there.
On the... Yeah, put it on the church. So that's the... That is like the main concourse in Bruma. Through the middle there. Good. I have told everyone about the Fighters Guild. And let us see what happens when we turn this quest in. See if we get anything else. I don't know. Maybe they haven't implemented the Fighters Guild into...
Good afternoon.
Did she give me the quest? No, it was the lady upstairs. Yeah, maybe they haven't implemented it yet. Will they be doing it later when they reveal more regions and things?
Fighters Guild work, but critical if we're to grow our services.
Yes, quite right.
Unfortunately, the posters probably won't last long. Rough weather.
Oh well.
Oh well. Here's your coin.
250. Great. So I've got some gold. Can't go any further. Can I join the Fighters Guild now that you like
but we're not looking for new members right now.
Yeah,
Check back soon though.
There's no chance for me to join at all?
I'm afraid not.
Ah, that's a shame.
Leaving already?
Well, that's okay. I imagine with Bruma that there isn't really enough kind of for a whole Fighters Guild quest line. It's probably not enough content or not enough physical space within the game world of...
I'm Vanus. My dad is Albekius. What's your name?
My name is Eric, I think. I can't remember. Bruma. So let's see about the mages. Oh, look at these two guys.
This is odd. And you say it just appeared here?
What are you guys doing?
It isn't mine, that's for sure. Where do you think it came from?
What is with this commotion?
Oh.
Where did that come from?
Just appeared.
Who made this mess?
That's the thing. We don't know.
It just appeared. Out of thin air. Maybe that stranger over there has something to do with it.
Where?
You there. Come here.
Hello. It wasn't anything to do with me.
Are you the cause of this mess in my conclave?
It's not really a mess. It's a statue. What mess?
Don't play ignorant with me. You are involved in this somehow.
I am indeed.
I mean, really? You expect me to believe that you just happened to randomly walk in just as this statue appeared here?
Yep. I honestly had naught to do with it, mate. Why and how would I have made that mess? I honestly had nothing to do with it.
You genuinely have no idea what I'm talking about?
He reminds me of someone. Someone's voice.
You may be telling the truth, or you may not be. I suppose we'll just have to wait and see. Well then, I apologize for the inconvenience. Welcome to the Bruma Synod Conclave.
Thank you.
Attendant, clean up this mess, would you?
Once we've been interrogated and accused of making a mess, then you're
yes,
welcome.
first adjunct.
How he picks it up. Whoop. Scoop down, and then items vanish. That's how I pick them up in life. Hello. I like your robes. They are really
Greetings,
cool.
my friend.
Shit.
Welcome. Welcome to the Bruma Synod Conclave. I'm Alentis Rentilia, alteration trainer, spell seller, and your humble servant.
All right, well, just stay where you are. I want to talk to you.
What is it?
What happens here in the Bruma Conclave, eh?
Not very much, truth be told. Cadius can tell you the official jargon better than I, but suffice it to say, we're quite comfortable and provide a much-needed, if thankless, service. We are the face of the Synod, you see. Our presence here in Bruma gets magic into the psyche of the common man. Ugh. Surely that could only be a good thing.
Possibly. You're certainly cheery, fellow.
Why shouldn't I be? I'm in the cosmopolitan heartland of the Empire, working in a Synod conclave with warm hearth and good pay.
God,
what more could I ask for?
This guy is the guy at the beginning of a war film. That's he's the first one to die when they go in battle. What does an alterationist do?
What a curious question. Well, I do a lot of things relating to alteration. One of my current particular areas of study happens to be alteration enchantments. You know the trickiest thing about enchantments? Soul gems.
Nah, they're
very
easy.
Grim, harvesting souls and imprisoning them in gems.
Oh, you mean like philosophically?
Hard for me to do. Means I've been unable to do any enchantments for a while. Come to think of it, would you be a sport and bring me a filled common soul gem? I'd pay you for your trouble.
Piece of piss. Oh, sorry. Sure, can't be that hard.
Great. Just bring it back when you've got it. A common soul gem is all I need. Nothing fancier than that.
I can do that. We can
see you.
Probably buy soul trap.
Good to see you again,
from
friend.
This guy.
What can old Alentius do? That. Well, I could, but I can't.
Why? Care to elaborate?
Well, I know advanced spells, but I'm not authorized to teach them. Rules from on high.
That's annoying.
We're not allowed to teach magic to anyone who hasn't proven themselves responsible enough to handle it.
Oh, okay.
And by that, they mean anyone who isn't a high-ranking member of the Synod.
What are your thoughts on the College of Whispers? Don't know what that is, but I will ask it.
They're another organization similar to ours. Sadly, we're not on good terms. Sometimes I wonder to myself if it would be better to just form an alliance with them. But then I remember such talk will get me kicked out of the Synod, and then I shut my mouth. And speaking of shutting my mouth...
Shut it now.
Farewell.
Is that a spell? Can I have that? No, it's just a book with an eye on it.
Can I help you?
There's a safe down there, look. Well, they'd be just big books. Do you sell spells? He's busy? Is he really? Okay. Right, so... It looks like it's going to be harder than just learning the spells from a mage. What about you, Roland?
I'm Roland Wickert.
Can you teach me spells?
No, not really. If you really want to learn, you'd have to join up with us before I can show you what I know.
Well, fine.
Nobody here is even allowed to teach you the advanced stuff, though. Synod or not. It goes against regulations.
Well, let's do it.
Not that I've really reached the advanced stage yet myself, anyway.
What do you do here?
Me? I'm the resident destruction expert here. Well, if you want to call me an expert. But I wouldn't. I'm still learning. Honing my craft, as they say. My ultimate goal is to perfect the art of defensive spellcasting. I want to be able to conjure the raw power of combative forces of nature and beyond at will. But that'll have to come later. Hopefully sooner later, rather than later.
Okay.
Can I don't exactly have the time for trifles such as this. But you seem like a helpful fellow.
Yes.
Would you be willing to help discover the source of this mysterious object?
Yes, certainly.
If so, let me know.
Yes, I will certainly help
I could use
you.
someone of strong wit and not merely of strong arm.
How can I help?
Welcome to the Bruma Synod Conclave. How may I help you?
Had a job for me. So can I learn magic? Do you get much clientele here? Can I join the Synod?
Join the Synod? Not right now, citizen. I am afraid we don't have much of an opening in our ranks at the moment.
Oh,
perhaps check back at a later date.
Yeah, so I think this is the mage and the fighter stuff isn't in yet. What can I learn magic here? We know I can't, so you had a job for me.
As you noticed when walking in, a couple of seemingly random items have been appearing in the conclave of late, and I'm not quite sure as to why.
Weird.
Given that, as you can no doubt imagine, the conclave is very busy, I am willing to hire external agents to look into this.
What do you want me to do?
After the first item appeared, I had one of the attendants, Attendant Wickard, take it back to the study area for examination. Check with him and see if he's discovered anything.
Will do. Whispers of the Mountain, or a main quest line. That's interesting, very interesting. Ask Roland Wickhart about the statue. Here is Roland. Right, so we have got our first quest. I feel like doing some quests rather than randomly walking around talking to absolutely everyone. So let's get this quest going. Cadius wants to know if you've found anything unusual about the statue.
Anything unusual?
He's a very cool wizard,
it's hard
isn't
to
he?
tell, to be honest. I'm not exactly the
Looks
most
like
experienced
Aragorn.
mage in this area, but...
But what? But what?
But I did notice that it looks an awful lot like an Ayleid design. Haven't you seen the massive statues by the entrances of their ruins? I also know that Ayleid statues this portable and small would be very valuable, and therefore would probably all have been scavenged from the ruins.
Interesting. Why would an Ayleid artifact appear in the conclave?
My theory? I think someone sent it here as a test. Someone who has access to valuable artifacts such as this, that they plan to come get it back.
Huh?
I think someone is going to try teleporting here using the same teleportation technique.
Why would they do that? Oh my god.
I'm going to continue studying this thing. You mind your step?
What just happened? What just happened?
How can I help?
More items have appeared. A sanctified iron dagger. Is that what appeared? What happened here? Ah.
Hey, you can't take that.
Shit! Okay, right, I've got to tell what's-his-face that more items...
I'm placing you under arrest.
No!
Now, speak your piece.
It was a mistake.
Let's get this straightened out.
I'm just continually making mistakes. Picking up things. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I did it by mistake. Wow, this is a very, very, very posh prison where I've been put. Castle Bruma dungeon. That's where I've come from.
Excuse me, sorry to bother.
Oh,
I don't
dear.
suppose you've seen any priceless Sakaviri heirlooms gallivanting around Bruma, have you?
Yeah, about 7. Let's go for the lie, see what he does.
Very funny. I'd laugh if I weren't too tired to get the sound out.
Oh.
Just, let me know if any do crop up, yeah? Thanks.
Will do. What's all this about Akaviri
A whole
heirlooms?
lot of uproar about nothing, that's what. The Count's been nagging my life and soul out about the damn things. You see, the Carvanes have a sort of family tradition. They've acquired a taste for Akaviri artifacts, constantly collecting more and more. Been going on for centuries now.
Wow.
Well,
Kleptomaniacs.
it turns out poor old Count Desilus, Count Carvane, isn't too happy that his collection's been stolen.
Use some help searching for them.
Well, that's... who am I kidding? Absolutely. This is driving me crazy. Just bring them back to me when you've found them, and I'll be extremely appreciative.
Another quest line?
And I mean extremely appreciative. Seriously.
Oh, God.
I feel like offing myself right about now.
Absent antiquity. We're getting all kinds of quests. It's all kicking off in Bruma. Why would the thief want the artifacts? Monetary value or
Almost definitely the resale value. Akaviri artifacts are very often one of a kind, and they can fetch a very high price to the right buyers.
Right.
Someone possessing those artifacts could find themselves becoming very wealthy very quickly. I suspect that's the motive here.
Money? Yeah, it's a good bet, I guess. What exactly was stolen?
Akaviri artifacts. I don't know anything more specific than that. Rignar and the Count both told me, but honestly it flew in one ear and out the other.
He's a simple man.
I know exactly what artifacts to keep
a simple
your eyes
mission.
peeled for. Talk to Rignar. I'm sure he can help you more there.
I will do. How did the thief even get inside the castle?
I have no idea how they'd manage that, honestly. Either adept stealth or good luck. Probably a bit of both.
Probably. When and how were the artifacts stolen? We can really invest lots of dialogue options and more than the base game, I think.
Castle steward
for
was
this
the
kind
first
of
one who
thing.
noticed them missing. Might be worth speaking to him if you think that's interesting evidence to dig up.
Will do. Do you have any suspects? I know he's not
Not in
going
particular.
to.
Then again, the lowlives of Bruma don't exactly hide themselves all that well. The shadier tavern in town, the Restful Watchman, full of thieves, bandits, thugs, and other miscreants, might be a decent place to start your search.
Good information. I shall go there. There is another town. What's it like being Bruma's guard captain?
It's tough. On one side, you've got criminals, the kind that like to hide behind law and policy to wriggle out of justice. On the other, you've got politics, constantly meddling in our affairs as everyone walks on eggshells. And here I am in the center, just trying to make things work for the people. Sometimes I wish I'd stayed down in the Imperial City.
It's a hard life. So that's opened up more dialogue options. So, you know, I think we should
family, wife and children are
use all these. See what they lead
The
to.
place is swarming with people. Hard to find any work. Came up here, couldn't find much work either. Joined the guard on a whim. Saw a lot, rose to the ranks. And now I'm guard captain. Funny how things work out. I try to take my duties seriously and send as much as I can back to my loved ones.
Bruma has a problem with criminals.
Well,
everywhere has a problem.
I don't know
with
if I'd go that
criminals.
far. We have it fairly okay compared to some other parts of the province. The problem is that the criminals here aren't driven to it out of desperation. They just want the coin. To get rich. They know how to game the system. Except Dartakdo. He's... well, never mind.
See if that
Probably told
opens
you
up
too
a
much.
dialogue option. Go on, you can tell me.
No, I can't.
Shit.
Sorry, but I can't go blabbing about people's checkered pasts.
But there's something more going on there, isn't there? That is really cool. So we've got some quests. There's been a thief active and teleporting objects for the mages. Going to get on with those quests, I think. Rather than just wandering around, as I say, talking to random people. Let's get some quests done and get some direction here. I thought... So what have we done? So what have we learnt today? Let's do like a summation at the end. We've learnt that we can talk to anyone we like. We've learnt that the fighters have a limited presence in Bruma. And that if you keep blabbering on to people, eventually they tell you important information. So that's all good to know. That's all good to know. We've learnt a life lesson today. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I've been Napier. Please do like the video or leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. And of course, if you're new, I would be delighted if you would sign up to my channel for future videos. Hit the sub button. You can subscribe.
Who in Oblivion
to
told
the
that
channel.
guy he's a good singer? I've heard Daedroth do better.
Me too. So where is this flipping dodgy inn? Been to the nice inn. Let's find the dodgy inn.
Lulu.